Today I want to talk about something that is really near and dear to my heart. It is one of the things that I deeply, deeply appreciate that crossed my path. I'm talking about meditation. I want to talk to you about meditation in a different way because I know that most people think that meditation is about um, quieting your mind and that it's mostly for monks and deeply, deeply spiritual people who maybe live on a mountaintop and places where nobody has access to and stuff like that. And that's just one little side of it. So we're going to talk about that today, and I hope that I can make you fall in love with meditation. Hi, welcome to this channel. My name is Asada Sharon Vandelis, and I created this channel especially for single women in midlife, to support single women in midlife who want to reinvent themselves, recreate themselves, be all of themselves, like truly, truly be all that they are in this chapter of their life. Live their best life, because that is absolutely possible. That is my agenda at this point in my life, and that's why I'm doing this, because this is what I love. I love being a woman. I love helping other women love being a woman, because whether we believe it or not, we are the key to everything on the planet. We are the key to the world being as beautiful as it was meant to be, because we bring forth life. We hold a divine responsibility and a divine gift, a superpower, and we don't even know it. But through meditation, we can get in touch with that power and that gift, and we can leverage it as we see fit. So meditation does so many things, and it can be done in so many different ways. Well, first of all, let's talk about the fact that meditation truly is one of the most ancient practices for the soul all across different cultures. It has always been at the heart of spirituality, at the heart of just life for many, many cultures, many, many years ago. So I want to first highlight what truly happens in the body when we meditate, because meditation is spiritual as well as scientific at the same time. So scientifically, we discovered that, let me look at my notes, and I'm going to put my glasses on real quick. It increases gray matter, right? The gray matter in the brain, it increases the gray matter in our brain. I would think that makes us smarter. It also increases self-awareness. But when brain matter actually is affected and increased, I think everything increases. Intelligence, self-awareness, memory, But especially, you wouldn't think things like compassion. It affects our ability to be compassionate, to have empathy for others. Isn't that amazing? It increases our emotional awareness, right? And when you become emotional aware, it also affects the people that you encounter, the people that you deal with, because the emotional awareness affects both you and your environment. Now, it improves your sleep, it improves your memory, it improves your immune function. How amazing is that? That meditation does all of that. And like I said, it's an amazing tool for women in midlife to find their true power, to find their true nature. So meditation can be seen as a portal. Let's move away now from the scientific part and let's look at the spiritual part and just the way it unfolds in our lives, right? So it can be seen as a portal that takes us to our true self, to our divine self, to our soul. Because when we meditate, we do quiet our minds, and by doing that, all the noise stops. All the noise around us fades into the background, and our true inner noise, our inner voice, comes to the foreground, right? It becomes the most present thing at that moment, and the noise fades away, and then the soul is able to speak, and we are able to hear. And what happens when our soul can speak to us and we are able to hear? We become powerful, because the soul is the part of us that knows who we truly are, and that knows what we are truly meant to do. So we become aligned with the godly part of us, and we get information and inspiration this way. It's like when somebody comes up with a song, with the lyrics for a song. I think if you speak to great songwriters, they will tell you that it just came to them. It's not that they were sitting there thinking about it. It just came to them. It was given to them because the soul was able to speak. They were in a place of peace and calm, and the soul was able to speak. And they were able to receive that song or the vision of a painting or the vision of a story to write, the idea of a story to write, anything that we create is given to us by the soul. The soul is where it all comes from, not the mind. And when we meditate, we develop the ability to separate ourselves from our emotions, our thoughts, our actions. We begin to see that we are not that. We are not our thoughts. We are not our emotions. We are not anything like that. We are the one that is aware of the thoughts and the emotions. And that just happens beautifully and naturally when we start to take the time to quiet ourselves, to take ourselves out of our circumstances, to take ourselves out of this whole worldly spell that we are under 24/7, 24/7 hours a day, right? 7 days a week. When we take out just 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or whatever time you want to give it to break the spell and live in a place where your soul resides. It has tremendous effects on your life, on your whole being. But it's something you have to experience. It's not something someone can really explain to you. It's something you have to experience. I became interested in meditation very young, at a very young age. I believe I was somewhere around 17. No, actually a little younger, I think 15-ish. I became interested in meditation. I didn't have the discipline to keep it up, but it was my awakening, it was my path unfolding in front of me. It was me making the first step toward the person that I was meant to be. It was me putting my foot on the path, right? It was just me beginning to wake up. And I practiced different types of meditation until I found one that really worked for me. So it is a journey. Not every style of meditation is going to work for you. You have to allow yourself to experiment for a bit and find out which one works for you. There is guided meditation. A lot of people start with guided meditation because you're guided. You know what I mean? You don't have to really figure it all out. You're getting instructions and you're being guided through the process. So that's a really great way to start. And there are many guided meditations available on YouTube for you to start with. And there is also breath-focused meditation, which I am a great fan of. I didn't start that way, but it is part of what I do today, is calming myself through breathing. And I'm going to do a whole video on the power of breath. But so that is a way, it is a meditation style, is through breath. And again, there's different breathing styles of meditation. Um, you have a body scan meditation as well, where you just scan your whole body. And it kind of takes you away from thinking about, everyday life, because you are going inwardly. And that is what meditation is about, right? Looking for the answers of your external experiences internally. Like not looking for the answers outside, but looking for the answers within. And you find the answers by listening to the sound of your inner being. And to hear the sound or the voice of your inner being, you have to quiet yourself. You have to remove yourself from what's going on. There's also mantra meditation, where you just repeat a short word or sentence over and over again in your mind, which will also cause you to become laser focused on just that and to drown out everything else that's going on. There's also movement meditation, and then you can think of things like yoga, right? Because when you practice yoga, it takes you, it brings you into the present moment. So you don't think about anything else. You're really there with your body, and you're flowing from one position into the next, and you're breathing in a way that also takes you into a meditation. It takes you into a calm place. And that's a great, great, great practice for mind-body connection. And there's also Tai Chi. That's also a great moving meditation. And then there's contemplative meditation, where you're not so much quieting your mind, but you have a specific subject that you would like to sit with for a minute, and not even so much think about the subject, but have the subject in your consciousness, and then quiet your mind at the same time. It's like you're asking your higher power to give you a little more clarity on the subject, right? It's like you put an intention before you start to quiet your mind, so that you can get specific ideas or clarity on the subject that you are meditating on, which is amazing, So, as you can see, when you sit down and you think about meditation this way, all the physical benefits, it is, I believe too, that it's the fountain of youth. Because if you can make it a practice every day to release the stresses of life, even for 15-20 minutes, to not be in that vibration, but raise your vibration, because when you let go of this dimension where we live, with all the things that we deal with, you lighten yourself, you raise your vibration, and when you come back, you're refreshed. It's almost like you plug in your battery and you fill your battery, and then you come back and then you use the battery. So meditation is like that. You refresh your battery, you tune your battery. So when you think about that, then you can see how it becomes something that will help you not to age, because you're not taking on all the stresses. You're releasing them on a daily basis. And you are gaining clarity so that you become less and less inclined to accumulate stress, to even allow things to stress you out, because you know that it's all temporary. Everything in this world is temporary. Yeah. Isn't that a beautiful thing? To not have to attach yourself to any situation because it's temporary. Yeah. So I'm not going to go on and on and on about it. I think you get the point. And I hope that I inspired you to take some action, to go and experiment with these different types of meditation and see which one resonates with you, and then commit to it. You will not be sorry. It is, meditation truly is, it's everything. It's everything, but you won't know it until you start doing it. It's way more than what I said, way more than what I said to you today. But it is something that you have to experience. A whole new world will open up for you. So until we meet again, my dear souls, my beautiful sisters, I am wishing you lots and lots of peace and love.